Hey everyone, in this tutorial we're going to learn how to create a simple Xcode iPhone app using Swift programming. We're going to create using adding few labels and buttons to create this simple app. So let's go ahead and open the file new project. Let's keep single view application for now to create this simple app. Press next and we can type a app name called customer. Okay, and then the build identifier is just like a namespace to keep for the name of our app. So it will be universally unique for our app, and we host this app in our app store. Okay, let's go ahead and click next. Here you have a devices list, so you can keep either iPhone or iPod, or you can keep universal, which will be helpful for when you develop an app which will support all different devices. And language, you can choose Swift for now and click next, create. So when you create this project, so you see in the left side it will show you project structure, and then the right side you have the properties for the each label, and anything you click on the projects, you will see the properties for that particular items. Okay, and the centerpiece, you see the build identifier, and there is error message says no code signing identifiers found, which says we didn't buy anything from App Store certificate to host this project. So for now, just ignore this and go ahead and click this view control, which actually has the action function for the button, label, any functions we put in this code. So the main storyboard, which is the UI, where we can add our label, button, and text box. So the label and button text box, which will have the action called, maybe you can say when we press the button, we want some action to be happens. So those code will be written in the view controller. So the controller will have the actual controlling this in control between the view and the action, which we take using this button. So when you click this main storyboard, the centerpiece called storyboard, or you can say build action interface builder, where we can create our interface. So then let's click this main storyboard. For this storyboard, what um, what controller we'll be using. So for this storyboard, so I clicked here, and then you'll see the properties here. This, it shows class view controller, which means anything we do in this storyboard layout. So for example, if we add label and button, so we're gonna add related to the actions function, action or function in this view controller code. So the view controller code is here, view controller.swift. So if you want to create some other view controller or some other file called the main controller.swift, so to change to that controller, we can go ahead and change to the controller which we want. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a simple app using just drag and drop the label here. And we'll change this label name to enter your details. Okay, and then we add one more label called name, first name, and we'll copy paste this, drag and drop here, click called last name. Okay, I think that's good enough. So that's good enough for now. So let's add a text box. Okay, and add one more text box. Right. So then we can have one button, and we're gonna have one more label which will have where we'll show the action details. So what we're gonna show here is so as a customer enter first name, last name, and then click button. So we'll change this name to save or print for now. So when they click print, we're going to show this first name and last name in this label. We change to first name and last name. Right. Okay, so far what we have is UI ready. So now we need to integrate this UI ready code in view controller to make this real action to be happen. So when we click print, we want the first name and last name to be printed in this first name and last name label. Okay, so to make that happen, there are two different ways to do it. So I'm going to show one way to do it. So let's click. So in the right side, you see that there are three show assistant editors. So we click this. So then the view in the center will change to three different views. So this is too congested. So we're gonna minimize this. Before we do that, let's minimize this part. We minimize this part by clicking this button. So now that's gone. So now go ahead and click Assistant View Editor. So now we can create a real action. So to do that, first right click and drag and drop it below View Controller colon UI View Controller section. Right. So here we're going to say the name of this text box is called txt first name, and this is the text field, and click connect. All right, and let's do the same thing for last name. Txt last name. Right, done. And then now we click the real action. So now two text boxes are created. Text box variables are created. So now we go ahead and create action for button. So just click right same way right click and drag and drop, create a function for this. So the function name called print name. Okay, and then we change this connection to action. So the action is when they touch up inside. So we want this name to be displayed on the label. Okay, so it's a UI button, so we change the button to UI button and then click connect. So now the moment we click the print name, so we want the text which is in the first name and text which is in the last name to be printed in the first name last name. Alright, so let's write here. Let's change this label name before we further going ahead. So let's change this to first name, last name. Sorry, add this also in our right click, add it here. Name called label names. Okay, and connect. So let's copy this. So now we want to display label name.text equal to first name and last name. So let's click here, dot text equal to txt first name dot text. All right, let's start with this. Let's see how it works. Let's start play. All right, so now we have first name, enter free share last name, just press enter for now. See, we got it, free share. So it's already started working. So now we want actually first name and last name to be printed here. So we only integrated the first name. So let's go ahead and stop this, and let's type txt last name dot text. All right, now just let's play this. Hello John. Okay, and press print. Help John. Sorry, help John. So you can type anything you want here. Hello, hello, or John, Chris John. Chris is the first name, last name is John. So let's print Chris John. So in this tutorial, we learn very simple application to show the first name, last name using label, text box, and button. So in this tutorial, we'll go further. So how to enter the customer details, and after that, in the another tutorial, we'll create some kind of API to save our data, and then we'll show how to retrieve the data, and we'll learn how to tweak this UI better way. Okay, all right. Thanks for watching, and I'll be keep producing more videos. Thanks. Bye.